Hello everyone, this is Bernice here from the Napping Mouse, and in today's video I want to show you how to create this hot cocoa treat holder. This is not one of my ideas here. This is actually an idea that I got from, she's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and her name is Angie Judah. I don't know her, we have never spoken or talked, but she's got this really great video on how to make the hot cocoa treat holder. I just kind of took it a step further and made it into a card, also a Christmas card. You know, thinking about what to give and how to fit, and I just thought this was an adorable idea. So I went ahead and I did that, and I made a few. Here I added a greeting sentiment from, actually, this here is from Cavallini and Company, and this is vintage Christmas rubber stamps. I sold out of this one at the store, so I don't carry this any longer, but yes, that's where I got the images here. And so I took it up a notch and made it into a card also, and totally fits your hot cocoa right there. So yeah, that's what I want to show her. If you do go onto her website, she has plenty of videos that are really great, lots of great videos there. So I do suggest you going over there, but again, I do not know her, I've never met her, I just like her videos and the projects that she has. But yes, that's what we're going to be doing today. So I've made a few, as you can see, but the one that we'll be doing, we're going to use a also the graphic 45, and I don't have this collection any longer. This is an older one that I still have, and I'm going to use up this paper. This here is from St. Nicholas collection, and this is called Sweet Tooth. So that's the one I'm going to be doing today. So that's, but you will need a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and double-sided also for this particular project that I'm going to show you. And then also, let's see, you'll need 8.5 by 11 cardstock. The base here that I'm using is called Irish Cream, and it's from My Colors Cardstock. And then you'll also need another cardstock, and this is better for the darker bases if you have. This is just a regular piece of paper from Waste Not Paper, and this is in soft white. And then let's see what else you'll need. You'll need some ribbon or twine, and again, I'm using it from Waste Not Paper. This is a 1/4 of an inch ribbon, and this is called Persimmon. So you'll need that. You'll need some double or 3D foam squares, and I'm using the one from Scrapbook Adhesive, excuse me, and I still carry this at the store, and I still have the ribbons at the store too, if I didn't say that. Optional is if you want to ink the edges. I use Versacolor 154 Bark. That is pretty much my go-to one, and then also a sponge dauber, which I'm looking for my sponge dauber, and oh, there it is. You can see I use that pretty well. Some double-sided adhesive tape, and if you want a decorative punch, this is from Stampin' Up! That is no longer available, but a small punch would be really great, and I will show you why later on. But let's see what else. Some glue dots, a trimmer, a scoreboard with a bone folder, some foam dots, which I said, and oh yes, the most important, a hot cocoa packet. I'm using Swiss Miss classic milk chocolate flavor. But yeah, that is the whole point of this video. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to set these aside over here. And the first thing that we're going to do is get our trimmer. The trimmer that I'm using is actually an older one from Stampin' Up! It is retired. They have a new one, and you're going to need a demonstrator to be able to purchase one. But I've been using this for years. It's pretty much my go-to. So yeah, I'm going to use that. And so you'll get the soft white or the lighter color, and this is going to be your inner lining. Okay. So at the at the landscape side, or at the 11-inch side, you are going to cut it at, let me get my cheat sheets here. at 5 1/4 2 times. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then this is scrap here. And then you'll have 2 pieces. And so the first piece you will, I'm sorry, let me kind of organize myself here. So this, and then after that, this will now be the landscape side. You will cut it at 3 inches 2 times. Okay. And then this is scrap, and then we'll repeat the same on to the second piece. So cut it at 3 inches 2 times. Okay, and this is scrap. And this is great to save for other projects in the future, especially this color. It's very versatile. Okay, we will set this aside, and this is the lining. Okay, and then since I have my card base here, I'm going to show you, let me set this aside for just a little bit. I did a cheat sheet over here for you guys for the card base. And then if you want to take a picture, a snapshot, or just pause the video to see it. But the first thing that we're going to do is turn this to the landscape side, which is at the 11 inches, and we'll score it at 5 1/2. And then we'll turn it back to the portrait or to the 8 1/2 side, and we will cut it at 3 1/4 2 times, and then cut it at 1 inch 1 time. Oh, excuse me. Yes, 3 1/4 2 times and 1 inch. So I'll go ahead and show you that process, and should be getting all of our cuttings done pretty quick. Okay, so 5 1/2, and then we're going to score it. Okay, and then at the portrait size, we will cut it at 3 1/4 inches 2 times. Okay, there's 1, 2, and then this piece we'll cut it at 1 inch 1 time. Okay. Okay, it's a little off, but let's see why. Did I cut this? No, that's right. And oh, the first one was wrong. Okay, so but just know that it's 3 1/4 inches 2 times. Okay, so instead of me making 2, I will make the 1 correctly, I promise. Okay, so now we'll set this one aside over here, and then take your double-sided 12 by 12 over here. Sorry about that. It's at the end of the day, and yeah, I'm a little hungry. So, well, anyway, so at the here you have your 12 by 12, and here's the top, and you can see that it reads. You know, it's not a calico print like this one is in the back. Even though you see like the any reading here, it's very faint. So this part is really important. So I'm going to use this as the front side. And so what you'll need to do is turn it 1 time to the side. And you are going to cut this piece here. The first one is going to be cut at 5 1/4. Okay, set that aside. And the second piece is at 5 inches. Okay. And then this piece will be scrap. We set that aside, and that could be used for another project. The one that you cut at 5-inch piece, we'll set that aside first here. This is the 5 1/4 that we've cut, and now you're going to cut this here at 3 inches. So on the 12-inch side, you're going to cut it at 3 inches 3 times. Okay. Oops. And let's see. Time. Okay, we got that, and we'll set that aside. That's going to be the matte part, or the one at the bottom over here. The one that you cut the 5 inches at the 12-inch mark, you are going to cut this at 2 3/4 4 times. So 2 3/4. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and this is scrap right here. And then we'll set that aside, and I believe that that is all the cutting that we are going to do. So let me put this away. Okay, so the first one you cut, this will be the matte side, which is the underneath part of the top, and then this will be your top layer. So what I do, since this is double-sided, I like to see, since there's a lot, like that's a really cute piece, so I would like to make sure that that's on the top. And then over here, I'm not so concerned. It's kind of like all over the place, so I know that I prefer this one at the top. And then this one here, compare the two. Oh, I don't know. I still like this guy here to be the top, so I'll leave that here as the top. And then this one here, I will switch it, and that will be my top layer. So I've decided on that one. And then here, let's see, this will be your matte. So this here, since that's the top, actually, I will do this. Do you see what I'm doing here? I hope this is not too confusing. Okay, and then, because you're not really going to see much of that. Oh, that would have been a cute one too. But anyways, we're going to cover that here. Okay, so now you're going to get your base piece over here. Go ahead and fold it, but you don't need to burnish it. Make sure that the open side is at the top, the folded is towards you, okay? So what we'll do first, since this is our first piece, that would have been the other card that I did an oopsie on, so I'll fix that off camera. But for this one here, I know that I want to see which one I want to put in the front. So I don't know, I like that, but I really like this one. So this is going to be in the front and that would be in the back. So I will take this and go ahead and tape it down. I'm using the double-sided tape. Makes it really quick and easy. And then go ahead and center it, making sure that you've got pretty much 1/8 of an inch all around, okay? And then I'm going to wait to put that down, and you will see why in a minute. Flip it over to the other side, to the back side, and go ahead and put double-sided tape on the back side here. And then we'll go ahead and put double-sided tape on this side. Now, I prefer the back side to be a little bit flat. I don't think it needs much bulk on the back side, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yes, that's probably easy to do. You know what? At this point, before putting the top front layer, go ahead and take your matting or your lining over here, and you can go ahead and put it down. I would suggest do any kind of writing or stamping ahead of time before, only because if you made a mistake, you can create another one, okay? So we'll do that here. Whoops, what happened there? Uh-oh, something happened here. Okay, that was a little oopsie. Am I out of this? Unbelievable. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm out of that one, so I will just add glue here. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Now we can go ahead and work on the front side. No, sorry, I lied. Let's just stamp something really quick. So I'm going to take the Cavallini & Company stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp really quickly Christmas greeting. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I am happy with that. And should we stamp? Nope. I'm going to leave it like that. This top part would actually be great for photos. That would look really, really nice. And then have any kind of writing done here. Okay, perfect. Now you will need to get your 3D squares. So get 4 of them and put it onto the back side of the top layer. Some people put one here in the middle. I honestly don't think it's necessary. It's a great way of getting your, making sure your supplies lasts a lot. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and center that, making sure that it has about 1/8 of an inch all around. If it doesn't, that is okay. This is what handmade is all about. Okay, perfect. Now you've got, look, where did I put my hot cocoa? Let me get a hot cocoa from another card. Now for this particular one, I go ahead and I fold it because it kind of sticks out a little bit, so I just fold the sides in. and I put my hot cocoa, okay? Then I will take the base part of, or excuse me, the band. This is that 1-inch band that we created from the base. Go ahead and fold that in half. And then, well, this piece, no one will see that piece, okay? There we go. Fold it in half and then put it around the base. I make sure that the fold side is on the left side and then this part sticks out. What you'll do is add a dab of glue here to close it, okay? And then hold this down. This will stay down for a little. And at this point, if you have any small stamps or excuse me, punches, this is a great way to go ahead and punch instead of cutting it, because this is way too long. We're going to cut that down to half. But I'll go ahead and take my punches, my small little punches, and I will cut it and use that for either this project or another project. We'll just use it for another project. And then let me get my scissors here. We're going to cut that off, and then I'm going to create a little tail, okay? So go ahead and cut about 1/4 of an inch up in the center, and then from point to point cut that off, okay? There we go. And then from the collection itself, on the St. Nicholas collection, there was a sheet of paper called Christmas Cheer. So I cut this up and I did I have these here to use as samples, and I thought that this was, that's really cute. I'm going to use that one, okay? So yeah, this was really good. So we'll need our 3D foam dots. I put it actually directly onto the band itself and not onto the back of that, only because then I know for sure that it is going to stay on the band and not like part of it on the card right there. Now, this is the part that if you wanted to go ahead and do any kind of inking, you could have inked all 3 sides, or excuse me, all 4 sides on all of the cards, and even the card base itself. It does give it a more vintage look, and it does hide that white part of it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But for the sake of the video, I'm just not going to take too much time on all of them. So let's go ahead and pull that protective layer aside. There we go. Perfect. And now we're going to take our ribbon and add another texture to our project. And I go ahead and I tie it right from the spool, so I am not wasting too much ribbon. And there we go. Okay. And tie it. There's another way of doing like these small ribbons. I'm gonna have to find it, and once I do, I will make a video on that, okay? All right, here we go. When you cut ribbons, the tail off, make sure that the tail is like at a V, and then cut straight up matching this. That way you'll get a nice edge all the time, okay? That it's not too, you know, just not thought of. But that's how you do the tail. And then we're going to get our glue dot here. And what I like about the Scrapbook adhesive glue dot is that it does come with this protective layer that you can just peel off. And there's my glue. And there we go. Now, if at this point I wanted to leave it alone, that's perfect. If I wanted to add the star right there, I could do that also. Or add a star to the inside or around here. Yeah, but that's it, folks. Well, you know what, let's just do that for the sake of just showing you this particular one, because the star is so small. We'll go ahead and put it directly onto the ribbon there, and we'll put the star. Okay, that turned out adorable. Yes, I like it. Well, folks, let me know what you think. Here are the rest of the ones, and sorry I did not create the other one, but I will show you that off camera. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And if you like this particular video, please hit that like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do so. I am working on a lot more projects, and I'm trying to see if I could upload them twice a week. Okay, thank you so much for watching. You have a great day. Bye-bye.